Hi, hello. So let's talk about satellite trackers. A very important piece of paragliding equipment that's often missed, and no one mentioned it to me in my basic course. And you may need it very badly. For example, well, I'm just reading this article about Witold, a pilot missing in Colombia. So 1 week ago, actually, he went missing, and he was flying in a competition. So he had a tracker, but his tracker worked via mobile network. And in the area where he flown, like northwestern Colombia, it's around Santa Fe. It's very difficult terrain, very few roads, a lot of mountain, which is very difficult to walk. Actually, it's like you have crevasses like in this mountain, like every now and then. It's crazy. A lot of forest. Yeah, so very difficult terrain, and also not everywhere network. So actually, he turned out, so when his tracker actually got lost connection 20 minutes after he took off, so pretty quickly, and that's why they don't know where to search him. It's a huge area actually where they are searching, and it's very difficult. Hopefully he will be found. Actually, there was a moment, it's pretty strange, because there was a moment actually he called some friend telling that he landed okay. But then he didn't send his position, and it was already a week ago, and there are no news from him. So yeah, and this difficult terrain, but there are so people are difficult in Colombia. You may find, I mean, some are really nice and lovable, but there are also there are enough bad people in Colombia that may actually hurt you. So yeah, you don't know. So you don't know what has happened to him. And had he had like a satellite tracker like inReach with him, he would be able to send a message with his position. He would be able to press like an SOS button to launch like a SAR action, safe search and rescue, but with his exact position, I mean from the tracker at least. So that would be a very different story. And yeah, now he's still missing 1 week after. And there is another similar story, but different aspect of this. That was a pilot actually like 1 year and a half ago. He was flying from Innsbruck in Austria to Chamonix, and he was in the valleys, and he went missing somewhere around here. And again, very difficult to find, so he didn't have the tracker, so very difficult to find, because the area actually is between his last contact and there's knowing that he may fly 100 kilometers to what there. Yeah, it was very difficult because they didn't know where to search. So it also took 1 week more or less between he got lost, so it's like a police report saying that he was seen for the last time on the 2nd, and on the 7th they started like to search for witnesses, and due to this action on the 11th I'm not sure that this happened on 11, but at 11 they wrote that they found him dead, basically based on the witnesses. He crashed against so it was like on a first advantage, like a cliff somewhere in the mountain, so he probably had an accident. And maybe he was not able to, after the accident, maybe he was not able to call for help. But the inReach, for example, that I use is sending like every 10 minutes my last position, so in case that I would disappear, my friend would have a look on the map from on the Garmin website, and they would be able to see where I was. Was my last position that this satellite tracker has sent. So 2 examples of where you may need a satellite tracker. very badly, and you don't really need to have use a lot of imagination to imagine a situation. You land on a tree somewhere when there is no phone reception. What do you do? I know a story of someone who spent like half of a day or a day on a tree in full sun, and he ended up with permanent brain damage. You have like a hard landing somewhere, and you injure your feet, and you cannot walk, and you have no phone reception. What do you do? And this may happen also in Europe. You don't have to go to like a remote place like Colombia, but also many places like in Europe. If you're in Spain, in Germany, they are really known for bad internet reception, or not just phone reception, basically internet reception. But or you go somewhere in the Alps, you're just in a small valley or somewhere, and you won't have it. You won't have the reception. So these are situations where a satellite tracker would actually save your life. How does it work? So basically there are two that I know. There's like a Spot by Find Me Spot. I don't use it. I don't have much experience, but I have various devices. And there is InReach from Garmin. So they have actually many different devices that allow you to communicate. This one, mini one, is pretty widely used because it's very, very, very small. And I believe this messenger is the new one, probably. I don't know. I have this one. And so you buy this device. I mean, here is in zloty, but something like 350 euros new. I paid for, many people buy just for one expedition. I mean, not those flying paragliders, and then they sell it. So I bought my second hand like new for 200 euros. And then you have to activate the abonnement, the subscription, the activation fee. I don't remember, something maybe 50 or 80 euros. And then you have a monthly fee. There are different plans. I have the one where it sends my position every 10 minutes, and I can send a few messages per month, like SMS, basically via satellite. And I have also this red button that I press, and this sends like an SOS, like basically like a rescue request to the Garmin's customer service, or whatever this place is called, and then they, with my GPS location, and then they contact the appropriate SAR organization in the country or location where you are, so that they can do the SAR for you. And of course, for this you will also need to have like a proper insurance that will cover the cost of the search and rescue, and and this is not included, of course. It's a separate one. I have it included in my DHV German license, basically. It's not in the license. I mean, being a member of the DHV in Germany, I have access to this insurance, so I pay extra for that. So those are the elements that allow you actually to be able to call help, even if you don't have mobile network access, or maybe you destroy your phone on landing. May also happen. Actually, this is why I have two phones with me. I do a lot of vol beef, so just for the sake of communication, but also for the sake of map, I carry a second one with my full offline map, so that I'm always able to get out of place And I also have like two charging cables because it's very easy to destroy charging cables. I have two charging cables with me and a power bank. Well, actually, I have two, but maybe one would be enough, but better two. So just in case your phone gets out of juice, of the battery, or this InReach, for example, it's supposed to work for a few days, but how quickly the battery is drained actually depends a lot on how good, I mean, at least in the configuration that I have, depends a lot about how clear the sky view is. Because if I have a clear sky view and it can communicate with the satellite with no problem, then the battery drainage is pretty slow. But but if I put it in a car or in a building or somewhere where the reception from satellite is not so good, then the battery gets drained pretty quickly. I believe that this enriched device, it just tries to reconnect a lot, and that's why it's using this battery so much. So this is another aspect of that. I also know a story of someone who landed on a tree and tried to use his inReach, and it didn't work. It has no reception, so it may also happen. But from my experience, well, it's hard to say, but looking on the map, I see that actually it follows pretty well where I'm going. Based on this, on the location it saves. There is also another possibility to connect your inReach the same way as you connect your X-Contest live tracker with the Pure Track. And this is gonna display your last position that's saved from any of those devices. You can connect many devices under your account, so it's also helpful if someone is searching for you, that they know where your last position was actually. Yeah, so summing back, there may be a situation where you just get lost and you need to communicate and you have no network. So a satellite communicator like this, a tracker, is a perfect solution for this. Or you may just crash and not be able to call for help, and due to the fact that those are sending the current position like every 10 minutes, if you set up it so, or they may do it, then then maybe someone who knows that you are flying may call for help for you in case you are not able to do this. And again, this may save your life. You just yeah, it's so easy to imagine. I mean, this guy was flying in a competition, many people around, but very difficult terrain. The other guy was flying actually alone, but in summer in a region where there are many other pilots. So I believe it's pretty probable that you may get in a situation where you need a tracker like this. So please consider this as a part of your equipment, and yeah, let me know what you think about this. Please comment, and then like, subscribe as always, and see you watching another video or discussing another important aspect of paragliding safety. Have a nice day. Bye bye.